As of me hitting record a few hours ago, Pocket Pair has announced that Palworld across Xbox and PC has hit 19 million sales, 12 on Steam, 7 on Xbox. Howdy, it's Meowdy. Let's talk about why that might be super important going forward. So for some reason, clicking this video, know what Palworld is. Palworld is a building survival game, very similar to Ark, but instead of dinosaurs, you have cute little Pokemon, Digimon style pals that do a lot of the automation for you.
Well, where I'm from, that's called slavery.
The game itself, I'm not gonna really discuss too much in this. I want to talk about the position the game is in, because right now, this game has skyrocketed to something that we haven't seen since, ironically, I would argue,
Digimon.
or I guess Yokai Watch in the early 2010s, late 2000s when that came out. We are seeing something that is being directly compared to the mega giant itself. Pikachu, Pokemon, Game Freak, and Nintendo. This is insane. Now, I know for a lot of people, this game kind of came out of nowhere. It's actually been in production for, I think, like 2 or 3 years. I remember learning about it in about 2021. But this game, for a lot of people, especially those 19 million sales, just dropped out of nowhere and is just skyrocketing. And a lot of people are using it as a direct comparison to Pokemon. Either it's them talking about, hey, well, I have you paused right now. Speaking of doing something, you see how that says subscribe in the future tense? Let's change that, buddy. Okay? Click it. Right now. You know what? Click the bell. Click it. Click. Them ripping off Pokemon, plagiarizing Pokemon. But also, a lot of people are using it as an example to Pokemon themselves. Like, hey, you gotta step it up, man. Like, I love Scarlet and Violet. I love Legends Arceus. I love every Pokemon game that comes out. But they're behind, man. Quality-wise, they are behind. Starting to show, especially with games like Palworld, who are kind of, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say they didn't plagiarize, but I'm also not, I don't know. I'm not good enough at art. I'm not good enough at game design to even try to give an opinion on that. But this is something that, with the designs and stuff, is a direct competitor, even if it's not the similar play style to Pokemon. You're looking at cute monsters. When you think of cute monsters, the average person thinks Pokemon.
Stuffed bunny is.
And with this game coming out of nowhere, selling I'm gonna round up this right here, 19 million to almost 20 million copies, is incredible, and it's gonna do something. Don't quote me on that, because it probably won't. But I would like it to do something. It's David to the Goliath here. Now, they did release their first roadmap, so this isn't a game that they're just going to dump out and drop right away. They do have a roadmap. They have said that this is going towards them working on the game. How long will the game's momentum stay up? Who knows? The game itself is more of a catalyst to show developers, especially these indie titles, that they just need to push themselves out there. They used the marketing gimmick that I don't even think they came up with, Pokemon with guns, and it worked. And I see that brought up a lot on Twitter. Like, we see Cassette Beast, we see Nexomon, we see these games that have been out for quite a bit of time that are, for lack of a better term, direct competitors of Pokemon that just aren't catching on. Especially Temtem. Look at Temtem. I think Temtem peaked pretty high. I don't know if they hit 6 digits. They might have hit 6 digits. But they peaked pretty high up there, but they just dropped off so hard because Pokemon is that Goliath I don't know why I keep saying that. Goliath, oh my god, I can't say the word, to David. It's the impenetrable fortress of a property that will realistically never die, will never go down. It's just, it needs to get its knees poked. It needs to get poked. You need to poke the bear. We need something. Because ever since, let's argue, Pokemon Go, the Pokemon games, man, they're just going back and back and back. Which I will commend them. I will give them commendations that they did try something new with Legends Arceus, which I think did really well. A lot of people like that, and I would like to see them going forward. But they also did something good with Let's Go, something new with Let's Go, and that doesn't seem to be coming back. Who knows? We should be getting Gen 5 remakes this year, so we might see which way they're going to take that. I know it's a little weird with Legends Arceus being so different, but still be considered mainline. It's causing a lot of confusion. I'm rambling here. This is Meowdy Mumbles. This is my random rant for the day. But I just wanted to sit down and talk about, how do you feel about Palworld reaching 19 million sales? That is not a low amount of sales, especially for a company who is quoted saying they didn't know how to do something, so they went to 7-Eleven and hired a guy who knew how to do it. And they are being directly compared to the giant of Pokemon and Game Freak directly. And them going through and selling this high, doing this well, and not just selling well, they're holding players fantastically, and they're reviewing fine. Like, they're not getting fantastic 10 out of 10s, but I think last I checked was over 100,000 reviews on Steam, and very positive reviews, which could be a review bomb. Let's be honest now. The Pokemon community is very heated about their disdain for the game they buy every year, so they're leaving a lot of positive reviews on this direct competitor to try to wake up Pokemon. And I think that's what a lot of people realize, that when people ask for a Pokemon killer, they don't. It's not that they want Pokemon to go away. They want Pokemon to be what it was back in X and Y, what it was back in Diamond and Pearl, what it was Black and White 2, what it was back in the day, which is just, they're just not holding themselves up to the par that they used to be. Pokemon is still one of the highest selling, it will always be one of the highest selling properties from the time, like, from as far as you and I will see. Let's be honest. Like, it's, no matter how much we complain, we just consume. But Palworld could be that jumping off point for, out of 19 million sales, let's just say 1 million of those players never go back to Pokemon and get their fix with Palworld, especially if Palworld does their updates right. And keeps the consistent player base that they have so far. Sorry, I fucking just scarfed down some pasta before I recorded. Oh my gosh, I'm winding myself. I'm gonna end this soon. I apologize for ranting. It's just 19 million sales, guys. This is something. It's something. All right. What are your guys' thoughts? 19 million sales. Does it mean nothing to you? Do you think Pokemon's going to listen? Do you think Pokemon's even seen it? I know they released that statement. Do you think it means anything? Do you think I'll ever stop talking? Yes, right now. I love you guys. I will see you guys next episode.